Well, if you've ever found yourself in your kitchen not being able to find the lid to something or everything's falling out on you, you want to listen to this today. We're talking about organizing your kitchen with Organize for You. This is Kim Pittman. We're so glad that you're here. Help us, please.
Okay.
Well, we've got we have a before and after picture that we're going to show. So let's go ahead and we can pull up the before picture so you guys can take a look at this. Now, tell us what is wrong with this.
Okay, what is wrong in this picture is what is wrong in a lot of kitchen cabinets. For whatever reasons, when the houses are built, when we move in them, we have two shelves.
Right.
They're equally spaced apart, and for whatever reasons, we never move those shelves.
Right.
And if you don't move those shelves, then you are setting yourself up to be disorganized. On that bottom shelf, look, there's a lot of stuff, and it's stacked.
Right.
And on the second shelf, you got about the same thing. If you want something on the second shelf, you've got to pick up everything that's on top of it.
Exactly.
And what you want to do is, this has adjustable shelving, which is the way to go. If you're building a house in new construction, you definitely want new, adjustable shelving because it gives you the flexibility to move your shelves. If we'll go to the after picture, I'll show you what happened. Simply by adding shelves and readjusting the shelves,
there we go.
this is what happened. You want to put less stuff on more shelves.
Okay.
You want to group your stuff together to where on the bottom we have the Pyrex dishes, grouping like stuff together, and you don't want to put heavy stuff on the very top.
Okay.
But you do want to put stuff that you do not use very often on the top.
There you go.
Like you've got the serving things for entertainment, but see how closely I brought the shelving down?
Yeah.
And that maximized your space. You actually got two more shelves there.
That is so smart. I've never thought about doing that before. I don't even know if my kitchen cabinets have adjustable shelving or not, but I am certainly going to look. And now, if say your cabinets are not made that way, can you make them that way?
You can. It is more of a challenge.
Okay.
It depends on exactly how much space you've got in between them. A lot of times I'll go in and just put an extra shelf in there. Like if you've got your kitchen glasses, usually people they'll have extra wasted space for their coffee cups. I mean, you know, coffee cups are here and then you've got this much space, so I can go in and put another shelf just for your coffee cups.
I love that idea. That is very, very smart. So when we're talking about, you said don't put heavy things on the top.
Right.
Why is that?
Well, like people, I'll go in and they'll have crock pots up top. And when you're trying to pull something heavy down, you know, you're just setting yourself up to hurt yourself, to drop stuff. I like to put crock pots and stuff like that, the small kitchen appliances underneath. But you just group stuff together. That is the whole thing, is grouping like stuff together. Grouping
like stuff together. And not stacking so many of them.
Absolutely.
So try to be able to move those shelves. What are some good ways that people can work if they don't have the ability to, you know, make those shelves and everything? How can they still have organization in their cabinet?
Do not have a lot of stuff. Like you don't, if you have 5 to 10 Pyrex dishes and you don't use them, then you've got to get rid of them because here again, it's having too much stuff that clutters your life that you don't use.
So sometimes you got to let go.
Absolutely.
There you go. Some great tips this morning. You can go to her Facebook page. It's Organize for You, the number 4, the letter U, Organize for You. We'll be back in just a minute with more from Kim Pittman. We got another before and after picture to show you. This time it'll be organizing that pantry. I'm excited for this one. Chris, over to you. Welcome back to Good Day. We're here with Kim Pittman. She's been helping us get organized in our kitchens this morning. And earlier we talked about those kind of the pantries that you have that are smaller, but now we're talking about the huge food pantry.
Right.
And we have before and after pictures for this as well. So let's go ahead and we'll pull up the before picture. There it is. Chaotic. Stuff is everywhere. Tell us what is wrong with this.
Okay, what is wrong here is the same thing that could be wrong with your pantry. You're fighting against something that is just going to always end up looking like this unless you have correct shelving. You will notice that for whatever reasons, again, when they install our shelving, they put it at the same space, because they must think that our food is all the same space, and it's not. When you have your shelving adjusted at the same space, then you're going to end up with some wasted space. Our food is not all the same size. The problem here, and the problem with a lot of people's pantry, is stacking. We want to stack. We want to take cans and we want to stack them. And we have everything in just hodgepodge disarray. We have you know, our fruits in with our vegetables. We have the rice in with the cereal and just everything. And so, and look on the bottom of this, you'll notice that they tried to improvise and make it by putting in some kind of shelving.
They did. They tried.
Yes. And so, you know, you try, but the real key and the help comes when you install another shelf. And the problem too in almost every pantry is overbuying. We feel like we get a good deal when we can get 40 cans of soup for a cheap price, but what happens is, really, it honestly does, it takes up our space, it causes us more problems, it keeps us from being organized, and 9 times out of 10 we'll end up throwing it away. So how we fix this one, if we can go to the next one, is
look at that.
We made this look like a grocery store.
It does.
Notice that the canned foods, those 2 shelves that they're very narrow, simply went in and put in a shelf. So you have more stuff less stuff on more shelves.
Right.
So your canned food, you want to keep it to where you've got all of you can organize it where all your, just like a grocery store, you got all your cream and mushroom, all your chicken noodle, you have your soups together, you have your vegetables together, you have a place for your snacks, and just bringing it together, putting like stuff together, and it will help you on making your grocery list, because you can have a visual picture of, okay, that shelf was empty versus I don't know what it was, so I'll just keep buying 3 cans of cream and mushroom soup, and we needed cream of chicken. And we're all guilty of that, but just grouping like stuff together. And what I like to do is, after I've been to the grocery store, is when I come home, I take out, like if you buy the Little Debbie snacks, crackers or whatever, take those out of the boxes. Have a little container, a plastic container that you can put stuff in. Because what happens is, you're at the grocery store and you think, no, I've got a box of that. But the reality is, you have 1 in there. And you've got a lot of empty boxes. So I can literally fill up a trash can with boxes after I go to the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
So take that stuff out, and even have a snack basket.
Those are some great tips this morning. And so these shelving, you keep talking about kind of buying some shelving. If you don't have, can you buy those anywhere if you don't have them? You
can't.
Okay.
The shelves that we're showing pictures of, those have been, and we've installed those.
Okay, I see.
It's just wood shelving. It's a simple, cheap solution just to fix your problems in the kitchen.
Okay, very good. Now, as far as your #1 tip for keeping those food pantries organized, what is one thing people can hone in on?
It is an ongoing process. You never do it once. You're always revamping. But when you've created a place for everything, you can look in it and think, okay, just tidy it up. I mean, I'm always having to tidy up mine.
Yeah.
It just gets out of whack, because you've got so many people in that pantry. It's just kind of like a checkbook. I mean, if you've got one person to do a checkbook, you're good. You can manage it. But if you've got more than one, then you've got to kind of be looking out. So it's just knowing where everything goes, putting it back in there, just having a plan. But organization is not a one-time thing. It is an ongoing, everyday thing.
Thank you so much. Those are some really good tips this morning. Again, Kim Pittman from Organize For You. That's how you can find her on Facebook, the #4, the letter U. And she's got some good tips on her Facebook page as well about other things around our homes that we can organize. So you can go find out more, ask her some questions. And we sure appreciate you coming on. Really great tips this morning.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Good Day. Stay with us.